Like he needs you and you don't need him. Think of all the air that you're breathing. You breathe, you breathe. And the very rush of blood through your veins, through your veins. When you lay down last year.
Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Didn't he raise you up again?
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Yes, Lord.
Your show is scheduled to start in 1 minute, 8 seconds.
He put food on your table. Yes, he did. And he put shoes on your children's feet.
30 seconds until showtime.
Cause I shouldn't have to remind you of the things God has done for you. And you have to say, yeah, ain't worried about. Keep sitting there, don't say ain't worried about. If you never move, you never move, no further. Ain't worried about. If you never lift your voice, you never lift your voice. You, yeah, ain't worried about. Cause it's really your choice.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
With your hands lifted up, say it like this. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Release me. Release me. Oh, take the limits off. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Release me. Oh, release me. Oh, take the limits off. Take the limits off.
What's up, Chicago? Yes, sir. It's about to go down. Israel, one time. Yes, sir. It's the hottest radio show in the land. Taking the Limits Off Radio is on the air. That's right. We are on the air broadcasting live. That's right. Live as always from the historic Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. That's right. We're broadcasting from the birthplace of gospel music. And as always, it's your boy, your host, the one, the only Dr. Dana L. King in the studio with you today, man. And I'm excited to be here on this Praise Break Friday, man. When we skip a Monday, it feels like forever. Just even pulling up to the building, it feels like forever. But we are back in the building, as they say, man, and we are excited to be here. It's going to be a good time in the Lord. We got a great show for you all today, man. Praise Break Friday, so y'all already know how we do Praise Break Friday. Y'all already know. Great show today. Part two from last week Praise Break show. 14 ingredients for developing a worship ministry from scratch. Yeah, 14 of them, 14, count them all. 14 ingredients for developing a worship ministry from scratch. That's our topic of conversation for tonight, and we are going to have a good time. We're going to talk about that along with the sentencing from the senseless killing of that young man, another young man down in Minnesota. The senseless killing, the one where the cop thought she was grabbing her taser. Where she got her sentence today, and we're going to talk about what some believe was a very light sentence. Some people believe it was a very light sentence. So we're going to be talking about that on today as well. So y'all come on, get ready. Catch your breath and get ready. We're going to talk about that on tonight and a couple other things too. We're going to talk about too. But so just come on. Let me give you the rundown on how you can be a part of today's show. If you're already listening on the line, all you got to do is push 1. That'll get you to my producer, the best producer in the land, my wife on the other side over there, the one, the only Latanya Michelle King, taking all of your calls, texts, chats, emails, letters, complaints, request, any and all. She's taking all that over there on the other side. If you're listening via Blog Talk Radio, simply dial area code 323-870-4375. That is the call-in number. 323-870-4375 is the call-in number. One more time. 323-870-4375 is the call-in number. If you want to email the show, it's the TTLO show at TTLOmedia.net. That's right. You can email the show. It's the TTLO show at TTLOmedia.net. One more time, TTLO show at TTLOmedia.net. If you want to follow us on social media, you can tweet the show. You can tweet the show at TTLO Radio. That's right. You can tweet the show at TTLO Radio. That's 2 T's, 1 L, 1 O. TTLO Radio is where you can tweet the show. If you want to follow us on the gram, follow us on IG, you can do that as well. Follow us on Instagram at TTLO Radio. That's right. Follow us on Instagram at TTLO Radio. 2 T's, 1 L, 1 O. TTLO Radio is where you can find us on the gram. If you want to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com. / TTLO Radio. Facebook.com/TTLO Radio is where you can find us on Facebook, real simple, real easy to do. And then the live streams are coming on. Y'all are coming on in. Y'all popping on in. The live streams are coming on in. You can catch us right now live on Facebook. Again, we're live on Facebook. Just do a simple search for the TTLO, Taking the Limits Off Media Group. We're live on that page right now. We're also live on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. That's right. You can catch us on YouTube right now. Come on in. Catch us on YouTube. Do me a favor, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know. Let us know where you're watching from. Those of you who've popped in on Facebook, I see quite a few of y'all popping on in. I see about 5 on the Ebenezer page, 5 of y'all on the TTLO page, 2 of y'all on my personal page, 1 of y'all on the Elder King page, a couple of y'all on the YouTube page. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So come on, say something to your boy. Speak. Let me know where you are watching from, who you are, and what. There she is. Still praying for you, Sister Bulice. But Shiante is in the house. God bless you. Thank you. Angela Johnson saying, I'm down to the old hair. Amen. The good pastor, Angela Johnson, is in the house with us. Y'all come on in, keep checking in while I finish up this little routine. Don't forget too, we are an iHeartRadio partner, which means you can find us on the iHeartRadio app. Do a simple search for the TTLO Media Group. Not only will you find the TTLO radio show, but you'll also find Healthy Soul Talk with Dr. Kimberly Thomas. You can catch all the replays of her podcast, Healthy Soul Talk with Dr. Kimberly Thomas. Real talk, real issues, real solutions, right here on the TTLO Media Group Network. You can always catch that. I promise you, you'll find a show that fits your needs with Healthy Soul Talk. Always good, man. Come on. Check it out. But don't forget about my brother, the good pastor, Harold D. Washington, and the Faith Works and Vision Church. The good pastor, Harold D. Washington, and the Faith Works and Vision Church. Y'all come on and check him out every Tuesday, somewhere around. That's what the sign need to say. Somewhere around 7:15, 7:30. Somewhere around 7:15, 7:30. You can catch my brother, the good pastor, Harold D. Washington, and the Faith Works and Vision Church family. The Kitchen Chronicles. The Kitchen Chronicles. You can catch him all the time on Tuesdays, feeding your physical needs and your spiritual needs. Pastor Harold Washington always has a great show. But look, we don't start the week on Mondays or Tuesdays or Fridays. We start our week off. We kick off the week on Sundays, and y'all know how we do that. We kick off the week with worship. That means every Sunday you can catch us right here. The Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church at 11 a.m. sharp. We don't miss the time. 11 o'clock sharp. We are live everywhere. Join Senior Pastor Daryl in person and the birthplace of gospel music every Sunday at 11 o'clock. Come on in, get your praise, your worship, and your word. Your PWW. Come on in, get that. Every Sunday, the live simulcast of the historic Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church and the radio broadcast live all at the same time right here on the TTLO Media Group Network. But then if that ain't enough, if you need another level, if you need to take it to another level, then tune in to my brother, the good pastor, Harold D. Washington, and the Faith Works and Vision Church family. You can catch him and their virtual service every Sunday, somewhere around 12:30, 12:45, somewhere right around that time. You can catch my brother bringing a word for you. That's him right there. The good pastor, Harold D. Washington, from the Faith Works and Vision Church. You can always catch him for an amazing and poignant. Poignant word. Poignant. Yeah, I like that word, poignant. What you say? You know that one already? Okay. But a good poignant word from the good pastor. As always, we always look forward to that word. Amen, amen, amen. Don't forget you can catch us on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you can download the podcast. I'm still waiting for some more folks to check in because I see the 2 folks that checked in, but it's a whole bunch of y'all that's watching. Y'all ain't saying nothing.
Veronica.
I missed that.
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay, it is not on my page. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I wonder what she's watching at. Interesting. Okay.
She said blessings.
Oh, well, bless this Maneri.
Yes.
Okay. I don't see nothing around here. All right. Good. Well, thank you. Always thank you for tuning in. All right, y'all. Look, man, it has been crazy, right? We had a snowstorm scare that didn't really happen. And then we had a little storm that hit today or last night coming into whatever today. And whatever. I do want to talk about this. Let me go here first, right? In Illinois, the school mask mandate has been stricken for schools. It has been stricken for schools. So now it is up to the schools to set the policy. It is up to the schools to set the policy, and only the schools can say when they decide to end indoor, whether they want to leave it a mandate or make it optional. I can just tell you, I'm one of these people who will be glad when it's optional. I know it's probably still going to be needed because, like you said, the kids, the babies, are the ones who are spreading this thing any and every which way. Am I pausing over here? Okay, any and every which way. But just be glad when this thing is over. I'll be glad when it's over. Glad. So glad, huh? So glad when it is over. Yeah, I saw that. We'll get it together in a few minutes around here. It'll fix itself. But in the meantime, how y'all feel about the mask mandate? Are y'all tired of the mask? Y'all gonna keep wearing them when they say it's time to? When they say it's not a necessity. When they tell you don't have to wear your mask in the store anymore. What's up, Sister Pitts? God bless you. When they tell you don't have to wear your mask in the store anymore. And when they tell you don't have to wear your mask indoors anymore, are y'all still gonna wear y'all mask? What say ye? LaTanya, you're a pretty good mask wearer. You're much more better or much more vigilant in your wask the waskily wappy. Where's Parks at when I need them? I need my sound effects back. I gotta find them. I know I saw them. I don't know what happened to them.
Dropbox. I just was in there.
They're in the TTLO Dropbox, right? The old one.
And then I have the other
the shared one that I created.
I don't know how I got it. How you guys ended the show where you guys are arguing and everything. Well, not you.
Oh,
but Devon and.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh, yeah, so it's with that. Okay, yeah. Got it.
It's over in there.
Shante say, I'm wearing mine. Okay. So how do you feel about the mask? Let me not say wask again. The mask wearing.
Okay. Well, personally,
Yeah.
personally, I just feel like it's time. I will. This is what I did say. I will wear it in settings where I do not know people. And so here's my example. Like I said, everyone COVID's the way they want to COVID and everything. So i.e., for example, we bowl and everything else like that. And so we have seen some of our people with their mask on, without their mask. We're in a bowling alley with about 101 people and everything else like that.
That's a good number.
And so
101.
And so I decided like, I don't wear it sometimes when I'm there and everything. So because I've been around them and everything else like that, even though I don't know what was in their home, I will not wear my mask. At work, I will not wear my mask. Now, if we go into a different setting and everything else like that, where I don't know these people. Yes, I don't know these people and where they've been, but because back in the day, when me and you were like, we only visit places that we knew of and everything. So I'm just doing common spaces. For me, that's common to me. Like, the bowling alley is common. Where I work at is common now and everything else like that. And so, like, if I go somewhere else, like if I'm in a movie theater and everything else like that, while walking in and walking about and everything else, in motion, I will have my mask on. But if I'm sitting at my seat, I will not have my mask on. Okay. So in motion, I will put it on. But but it's all definitive on where my setting is at.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like that. I'm over it.
Well, I'm over it too because
I'm over it.
I've started. Well,
I don't want to wear mine nowhere.
Wearing the heavier ones, the
KN95. Yeah, them bad boys take your breath away.
I started to break out, and so that's just like that. That's problematic for me. Like because now you say like, oh, you need it and everything else like that. And what was that? 2 years ago, anything would do. Anything that's covering your nose and mouth would do. But now it's about this, having this filter, and like of course, everyone doesn't have that. You're disinfecting them, as much as you can and everything. But that's a hard feeling and also to be asthmatic and everything. Yeah.
That's the part of it. That's the other part people don't. Yeah, that for people, and there's a lot of people. Are we buffering again? I see.
Yeah, we are.
There's a lot of people who are who do suffer from breathing issues, whether it be bronchitis or asthma, whatever it might be. And yeah, so this has really, really tested them, tested their systems and everything. So you definitely, I know for a fact people are tired of it. I know just being in the school with kids. I told you the other day, I'll be so glad when I don't have to when the term mask up is no longer a term. When stop telling kids to pull the mask up over your nose. I'll be so glad when that's no longer a thing. And then and then my thing is this, for the teachers that still want to wear their mask, go for it. But when they lift the mandate, don't act a fool. Just keep yours on. Keep yours on. If you don't want to be bothered, if you don't want to, whatever, you are within your rights to keep your mask on. Cause I'm good. I'm over it. Like with that day, what was it, a week ago when we had the storm and none of our kids showed up for class? It was a beautiful thing because I sat in that classroom maskless. That was literally my first full day of no mask. It was like no mask. None. I was over it. Glad not to have it.
Because you don't know what, like I said, I'm breaking out around like the chin area and everything else like that. But also like my neck has suffered. Because you just constantly, either some people just gonna pull it down and everything, because they got to put it right back on and everything else like that. And God forbid, how many people got masks on, their handles of their car or on the
hanging everywhere.
the rear view mirror. Don't let the police stop you.
Yeah, you got obstruction.
That's what old girl. That's what old girl stopped old boy for. Like because he had an air freshener. So we put these masks everywhere.
I got
convenience
masks
for us.
in every coat pocket.
Yes.
I have a mask in every jacket I have that has an inside pocket has a brand new or recently worn mask in it. Everyone. The outside pockets have masks in them. I got masks in my laptop bag. We got masks everywhere. We got, like you said, you got masks in your car. I got masks in my car. There are masks everywhere. I'm just tired. Tired, boss. We's tired of the mask. We're over it. Excuse me. Over it, and over it. All right, y'all. Let's move on real quick. So you guys know the verdict came down for Kim Potter in the murder of Daunte Wright during a traffic stop. Y'all remember the traffic stop where she pulled him over. He was pulled over for having a originally for the air freshener obstructing the view. That was the reason. That was what the ticket was supposed to be for. We're going to talk about that. That was what the ticket was supposed to be for. She was found guilty and she was convicted of second-degree manslaughter. Right? Second-degree manslaughter. That was the situation. She could have, I believe, gotten up to, let me make sure I can find that real quick. I believe she could have gotten up to, I believe it was 10 years. That was 15 years. The maximum penalty for first degree manslaughter predicated at reckless use handling is 15 years in prison and a $30,000 fine. It says, however, under the state sentencing guidelines, a judge has the discretion to sentence convicted offenders with no prior criminal history like Potter to between roughly 6 and 8.5 years in prison. So she could have gotten 6 to 8 years instead of the 15. This judge sentenced her to 24 months. 24 months. Let me read this. It says,
only serve 16.
she'll have to serve 16. It says, I'm reading this from CNN. Potter will be required to serve. The prosecutors, let me go back. Prosecutors have requested 7 years and 2 months. That's what the prosecutors requested, that she do 7 years and 2 months. While her attorneys argued for a lesser sentence, pointing at her lack of prior criminal history and remorse for Wright's death. She would be required to serve 2/3 of her sentence in prison, or 16 months, according to state law. With good behavior, she will be eligible for supervised release for the remaining third. Judge Regina Chu called the sentence an extremely difficult decision. In justifying it, she pointed to several mitigating factors, saying it was undisputed that Potter never intended to use her gun. Chu told the court she took into account the 4 reasons for incarceration: retribution, incapacitation, deterrence, and rehabilitation, saying retribution would be the only purpose served in Potter's case. There rightfully should be some accountability, she said. But Potter is a cop who made a tragic mistake, the judge added. See that phrasing? Listen to the phrasing. But Potter is a cop who made a tragic mistake, the judge added. She drew her firearm thinking it was a taser and ended up killing a young man. She called this case highly unusual, noting 2 other cases involving police officers tried in that court. The other officers tried in the court are distinguishable, she said, alluding to the cases of Derek Chauvin, who was convicted of murdering George Floyd, and Mohamed Noor, who was convicted in the death of Justine Ruzick. This is not a cop found guilty of murder for using his knee to pin down a person for 9.5 minutes that gasped for air. This is not a cop guilty of manslaughter for intentionally drawing his firearm and shooting across his partner and killing an unarmed woman who approached his squad car. Wright's family was completely stunned by the sentence. Ben Crump said in a statement. Let me just go back. Now, bear with me, y'all, because I know this. Y'all, let me say my complete sentence before y'all try to string me up. Let me say my complete sentence. I saw the video. We've all seen the dash cam footage, right? She pulled him over for the hanging air freshener. That was the reason. In the process of writing a ticket, they ask you for your license and everything else. They ran his license, came back with a warrant that he had failed to go to court. I believe the warrant information that whatever had been mailed or his court date had been mailed to the wrong address, so he never got it. I believe that was the situation. She comes back, tells him he has a warrant. He calls his mom to tell his mom they're trying to take me to jail. He gets out of the car. They're putting him in cuffs. Y'all can see they're literally about to put him in cuffs. At some point, he decides, for whatever reason, and this is where it gets iffy. For whatever reason, he decides, I'm not going to jail today. I'm going to just drive off. So he tries to drive off. In that moment, while he's pulling away to get back in the car, he's pulling away. Two officers try to grab him. They took their hands off him, which is the first mistake. That's a training issue, even though she's a training officer, 26 years. She's yelling, taser, taser, taser. You see the yellow taser on her side. She's yelling, taser, taser, taser. But while she's yelling, taser, 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 she has her for real gun in her hand. Her for real gun in her hand. And she shoots him. She shoots him with her real gun. She shoots one time in the chest, and he's in the car still. He gets away. He drives off. He crashes at the end of the block away. She screams, oh my God, using some language. I shot him. And then the story goes from there. She is, if you watch the videos, she is fully remorseful. She is in distress. She is, you know what's interesting is, and my restreams are froze, but I'm watching on Facebook and it ain't froze one time.
Right, I'm looking.
That's very interesting.
We're back, Baloo.
Huh?
We're back, Baloo.
Oh, okay. So, and if I'm missing chats, it's because y'all ain't said nothing. I do see. Last thing I saw was Felicia said it was hard to breathe. Okay. So she shoots him. Here's the case. It's manslaughter. It's not first degree murder. It's not premeditated murder. It's not that. Got it? Okay. She gets sentenced. Now we're here. Judge has the discretion based off the way the law is written. The judge decides this is an horrible and egregious mistake. And because of that, because there's no prior criminal history, no complaints in the person's file, nothing, I'm going to make her pay by doing these 2 years. But that's it. I have an issue with the judge's language in her writings on the sentencing. Because she goes, but Potter is a cop who made a tragic mistake. But Potter is a cop who made a tragic mistake. I wonder if in this judge's courtroom, has she shown this amount of leniency on someone else in the courtroom who has no prior record, but has used a handgun in some form, and they've also been charged with manslaughter? What language does she use or has she used in those sentencings? I just wonder, because she looks like she's giving her some sort of pass when she uses the language, but she's a cop. And because she's a cop, we're going to give her a break. I'm not going to make her sit in jail for the mistake. And yes, here we go. Mistake. Now, y'all can say she knew she had a taser in her hand. You can say that. Possibly. I don't know. You can say that. She didn't look. She was focused on him and not the gun. Okay, fine. I could see if they had given her the full 7 years. And then the judge said, you know what? She do 7, do half of that, do 3, and do part of the 3, do 2, and whatever. But this is like, we gonna ignore all of that. And you do these 24 months. And you'll be all right. I don't know. Y'all give me y'all thoughts if y'all can still hear me. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. I'm assuming y'all can still hear me. Yeah, I'll refresh. I know I'm gonna lose my chats.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your chats.
Yeah. Y'all hit me up. Let me know your thoughts. Y'all can also call in 323-870-4375. That's the call in number. 323-870-4375 is the call in number. Y'all let me know what your thoughts are on the Kim Potter case, in the death of this young brother, Dante. His mom was distraught. She said it's like y'all killing him all over again. Tanya, what's your thoughts?
2 years. Wow.
2 years. 24 months, 16. Probably less than the 16, but yeah.
Yeah, of course I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and where y'all at? I mean, where is the outrage? Because, of course, there was a black officer who got more when he I believe it was he accidentally shot someone and everything else like that. So unless she wants to compare like that black officer, and she did, she made it seem like it was like apples and oranges. So maybe you telling me this black officer has complaints against him, and therefore he needs to learn a lesson, and and whatever the business is and everything else like that. But 2 years, you ain't even try to give her the minimum. That's where the problem is. And then and I just thought about it before you had got on the air, of how you say, listen, learn and teach yourself about these judges and everything else like that. Because she should not, however she got on there, if it's a running and everything, she should not be back on, she shouldn't be serving anymore. She's not looking out for the best interest and everything else like that. So I really started to feel that and everything. And I felt the mother, because she said, now once did that officer say her name's son.
Her son's name.
Say her son's name. Like, she kept she kept calling him something else. And so she's like, I'm gonna keep calling her the defendant. Because you won't say my son's name. Yeah. It's
a horrible case from beginning to end. It's a horrible case from beginning to end. It's hard to Felicia says, so sorry, I'm numb to this now. I call it the new Van Dyke sentencing guidelines. I know, right? Because he at home now. I don't know, man. I
told you, we in this day and age, I told you, even I was saying it for something else. We do this sequence, like, hey, two 2 white people acquitted, one one convicted.
Yeah.
3 white people convicted. I mean, acquitted. So it's like the sequence, like, and the numbers don't add up. If you add it up, it's not right. If you do it white, black, and everything, acquitted, convicted, white, and everything, and black, it will never it's never the same.
I want you to grab my video because I want to play the mothers.
I thought you wanted me to go to a screen.
No, I want you to play the mother's reaction. It's coming up here in a second.
I want.
Yeah, play the mom's reaction here.
I'm ready.
Okay, it is. All right, here we go.
Here and imagine you having to bury your child that somebody just murdered. We all know when our children are born, we're so proud. Fathers, they want their baby boys. Us moms, we get that love from our sons. They don't get that anymore. Justice, what is justice? Do we get to see Dante smile? We don't get to see that. Do we get to hear Dante joke again? We don't get to hear that. The highest accountability, I know the highest is going to be being judged by God. But can we get a conviction?
Can we?
Can we get something? Manslaughter? Y'all see the difference? This is a taser. This is a taser. But no, my nephew was killed with this, a Glock. These two are hurting, our family is hurting, our blood has been spilled, and all we ask for is to please just keep getting his name out there, and please help us to go ahead and get something done, a conviction, something.
I'm going to stop it here.
If this was Potts, I'm not even going to call her officer. Because at this Potter, whatever. If it was
This
her
is his
child,
This is his aunt, or her
someone
nephew was
killed
killed by
her
this.
child.
This was her aunt,
we
her
wouldn't
nephew
even
rather,
have
that
no
was
this
killed.
press conference, no, none of this.
I'm trying to see what this video, because this video, the way that they, I don't know if they meant to post this video, because this seems like an older video and not a most recent video. But I am shocked. Again, 2 years, 2 years is a very, very short amount of time. And yeah, short amount of time for taking somebody's life, even in an accident. It's a short amount of time. And then you're trained to not make mistakes, because your mistakes are deadly. I will say that. Police officers are trained to not make mistakes because your mistakes are deadly. Your mistakes. We try to teach our kids in school all the time. We've been trying to teach them about consequences. Your mistakes have dire consequences. Dire, they're saying, oh, I'm frozen. Sorry. We don't know what's going on, y'all. But mistakes have dire consequences. They have dire consequences, and it's never and it's like she said, you don't get a redo. I was trying to explain to my kids in the classroom the other day. We were having a conversation about consequences, and I told them, I said, I know y'all play Fortnite, y'all play GTA, y'all play all these things, and I say the difference is y'all can hit the restart button on the game. You can hit the restart button on GTA. You can hit the restart button on Fortnite. You can buy some new lives on Fortnite. You can spend some PlayStation bucks and buy some new stuff on to be out, to redo that. But I said you don't get that in real life. Real life doesn't come with a restart button on your life once it's lost. It doesn't. It doesn't come with a reset button on your life once it's lost. There is no, oh, hey, yeah, let's just, man, I don't like the way this is going. Let's start it over. Oh, man, they killed me. Let's start it over. So it's difficult. It's always difficult when you see these situations where lives are lost over a mistake. God bless you, Sister Debbie. It's always horrible situation. But there's this thing called there's this thing called rather not thing called what do we do now? I don't want to march. We don't need to march in Minnesota. For what? Y'all need to look at this judge's record, though. I do say you need to do that, and look and see if she's been this lenient. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. You said the game should be banned. It is.
They just came out with a new one.
It is. I'll share this with you all. So yeah, but you can continue your thoughts. I'm gonna talk about this GTA thing. I think I shared this story on here before, maybe not, I don't remember. But my barber, the gentleman that lines my beard up, Alexander, he's got a 16-year-old son. And Alex cuts hair. He set up his whole basement as his place where he cuts his hair. He's got chairs in there, lighting, all that good stuff, Hot towel machine is wonderful. I promise y'all it put me to sleep every time. The hot towel machine he has is wonderful. But his son plays Grand Theft Auto. And when you hear the language being used, because he's online playing, it's online, because, at first it was never an online version. It was just you playing. Now you're playing with other people. So now y'all all driving around in y'all stolen cars, because hence Grand Theft Auto. Everybody's driving around and this is literally the conversation. Man, let me get this Hellcat. I'm finna go get this Hellcat. Let me go get this. They're stealing cars, and then they're driving around, and then here's the deal. Not only are they avoiding the police, they're avoiding the other people that are playing the games that are not with their crew. They're looking to jack them for their stuff and steal their car. I have never been a proponent for wanting to block video games, but I want to share this quick Grand Theft Auto story with you guys real quick, and then we're going to move on. And Tanya, I think I told Tanya the story. I was living in Oak Park, and I had seen the Grand Theft Auto games. I remember the controversy about the Grand Theft Auto games. I remember all the drama that was being talked about on the news.
Because of the club.
Because of the
right.
All of that stuff. The club scene, the all that stuff, the prostitutes, you can pull over and buy one, all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm at the gas station on Madison and Lombard in Oak Park, the BP. And the guys in the minivan, and they were selling discs and DVDs. And the brother says, "Hey man, don't you want to buy that? I got that GTA." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." And plus, I didn't want to buy it. I was never a big bootleg fan, because bootleg movies are just that, bootleg. They look bogus. And I got Blu-ray player. I need my stuff to look like I wanted to look. But something said, you know what? He had in his minivan. He had the PS3 in the minivan, hooked up, and he took the disc out that he was trying to sell me to put it into the game so I could see that it worked. He's like, man, just gonna run me $10 real quick, man. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. So I bought the game. I bought the game. I go home, put the game in. Like, okay, this is cool, whatever. But I didn't really know how to play it. So I went, looked up some cheat codes. Because I ain't had time to try to figure out stuff. So I went and looked up some cheat codes, how I can get weapons. I ain't care about lives. I wanted weapons. So I woke up the next day. I don't know what day of the week it was. I don't know if I was, this is during the time that Tanya, so this was in between Comcast and Fieldware. I'm sorry, Bank One and Fieldware, somewhere in between there. So when I was off chilling,
I don't know you yet.
Huh?
I said, I don't know you yet.
Stop. Yes, you did. This is between, so this, yeah, you did, because this is when I stopped working at, this is in between. You're right. This is in between. I was at Chase. Leaving Chase, I was chilling. Buy the DVD. So I'm at home playing this game. I don't know what day it is. I don't think I didn't have to work because I was off work, right? They were still paying me. I was at home chilling. I am playing this game. I put the game on at about 10 o'clock. I didn't eat. I ain't wash up, take a bath, take a shower. I ain't do nothing but play this game. I finally get up the next day. I go out, I wake up the next morning. I start playing the game again. And now I'm into the game. I'm carjacking. I'm stealing police cars. I'm knocking police off their motorcycles. I'm doing all this crazy things into this game, right? So now now I get in my car. Yeah, Tony, this one I had the Mustang. Right, you ain't know the black Ford. I'm in my car. I am driving downtown Chicago. It's summertime. The police officer pulls up next to me on the motorcycle. Now, any other day, cop pulls up next to me on the motorcycle, I wouldn't have thought nothing of it. He'd have been a cop on the motorcycle. I'd have been like, oh, hey, dude, I'd have thought Chips. Y'all remember the TV show Chips? I would have thought Chips. Wouldn't have been no big deal. But what went through Dana's mind? This is 35. Let me see. So this would have been 2015. So this would have been, this is 2005. 2005. So this would have been 35-year-old Dana. You know what went through 35-year-old Dana's mind? 35-year-old Dana said, I could knock him off his motorcycle and take his bike and drive off just like GTA. Now I'm 35 and I thought that was a good idea. Literally in my brain, some childlike part of my mind literally thought for a moment, not like that I was going to do it, but the fact that the thought crossed my mind. So if I'm 35 and thinking that, what's the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old thinking? Who has no supervision, no understanding of consequences, no understanding of this is not how life works. What is their thinking?
Well, you see they thinking because it happens because it's joyriding now.
Yes.
It's not about, these cars are not, the little kids that are stealing them are just joyriding.
Yeah.
They're not taking them somewhere to.
They're not taking them to some chop shop. Right.
No.
Yeah.
They have seen it and now they want reality. They want what's the new thing? The Quest. They want those, but they want them in real life.
I was literally shocked. So yeah, Felicia, I'm with you. I'm with you on the GTA thing. It either needs to be, and I'm going. I don't want to stop nobody from making their money, but it's one of those things where the game says rated, whatever for adults. Then it needs to be highly supervised to the point where your child you should not buy it for your child. I remember back in the day, Target used to be really good about that. Mm-hmm. Target used to be really good. I don't know what the standings are now. Maybe they still are. But Target used to be really good about if it said rated M for mature, You could not buy it. You had to have an adult there to buy the game. But see, the problem now is nobody's buying real games anymore. Because now you download the digital version. So now you got the PlayStation bucks that your mama gave you. Because she didn't attach the card to the game, so she ain't got to be bothered with you. Because you just going to stay in your room and you're going to play this game all day. That's the issue for me. So, yeah. But the game is filled with all types of stuff. Because, yeah, you can get a prostitute, take it in the back of literally on the screen, and you take in the car, and you see the car bouncing up and down for however long you want the car to bounce up and down. You pay her, and then she get out the car or whatever, and then you literally follow her and go and take the money back. The craziness of video games. And children are playing it. Children are playing it. So there you go. No. She said Netflix needs to be banned too. Just cancel my script. Too many same sex. Oh, well. Yeah. I'm not even gonna get into that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the show. Let me tell y'all something about LaTanya.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Huh?
Did you get a disclaimer or something to talk about my business?
The views expressed. No.
Oh.
So Tanya Tanya had me watch one episode of this show.
Oh, because I saw it on TikTok. You can say the name.
What is it called?
Until we both saw what was going on.
Euphoria. This show called this show called Euphoria. And the reason, let me tell you why I brought it up. Because my 5th graders were talking about it at the lunch table. My 5th graders.
I told you why I started watching it because
I know.
Dare was mad at him.
Right. But my 5th graders were talking about this TV show on Netflix called Euphoria. That nothing about this show is made for a child. Even though it's what? Are they playing teenagers or are they playing college students? What are they playing? I don't know what they're playing. They're grown, aren't they? Are they portraying high school students?
They're high school students.
They're portraying high school students.
Yes.
No child should be watching this show. Nobody. Because I was in all levels of uncomfortness. Not a word. But I was all levels of uncomfortable. All levels. Nothing about that show was helpful or entertaining, not to me. Now, I'm sure it's getting views from all over the place. I'm sure they got 1 million views and all that. Wonderful for them. But yeah, some stuff is doing a lot. And that one was doing a little bit, as they say, too much. She says, after inventing Anna too. After inventing Anna. Oh, what's that one? I've seen it. I think I've seen the clips or some previews for it, but I don't know much about the Inventing Anna one. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen that one. But I mean, okay, I get what everyone says about the same sex and everything. I know a lot of people are like against that and everything. But just even heterosexual sex, you remember when you used to watch the Game of Thrones. Remember, it was always. Remember, I used to say, I asked you, what F did they do this week? Because it was too much of it going on.
Yeah, because Game of Thrones was the three Fs, fighting.
And y'all grown, y'all know.
Yeah. What's the other? What's the third F? I forget.
Feasting.
Yeah, feasting, fighting, and yeah, there it is. Y'all can figure that out.
So I mean, like, and not just Game of Thrones, because I watched that 2 years after it was over.
Yes.
And everything, and I'm like,
to the party.
or just shows. Period. Scandal. Like how much sex is too much sex, even in just what is our basic cable and everything else like that. Like I get people's views and everything else like that. Like I'm not going to condemn anyone about their sexuality, because half of those scenes, those people are actors. Those people actually some of them actually have women. They are in heterosexual relationships after the director says cut. So
here's where I live on it on these different scenes. Because some people turn around and say, well, you're pushing heterosexual stuff on me and I don't want to see that either. Okay. The difference is, and you can have your belief, right? I am one who believes that we were created man for woman, woman for man. That's my belief. End of the conversation for me. You feel how you want to feel. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I ain't trying to stop you from getting whatever you trying to get. I ain't gonna block you from getting whatever you're trying to get. So please don't miss me with the hate comments. My concern comes with, in every aspect of what we believe to be, whether you want to call it wholesome, normal, whatever, an agenda is being pushed so that there is a new place made for this thing, this conversation, this situation, a new place being created. And if you say, no, we don't need that on our show, or we don't want that on our show, then you're classified and labeled a hater. Yeah, General Hospital and Days of Our Lives and Guiding Light and As the World Turns and the Bold and the Beautiful and One Life to Live and All My Children. Did I miss one?
Before
they've been getting it in for years heterosexually.
Moonlighting used to be bad.
Oh, with Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Yes, they've been getting it in for years heterosexually. You've been seeing it for years. You've been seeing men and women. Luke raped Laura. At the end of the day, before they was Luke and Laura, Luke raped Laura. We forget about that, right? So it's been